3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, this is Djimusic. Happy Valentine's Day, and we are going to be showing you a couple new things with the Snapshot. Today, it's Friday. Not the usual Thursday, but it's okay. They added some really cool stuff. I'm just going to show you a map maker's perspective like I usually do. So this is not everything that's going to be included, but I built a couple cool systems and awesome stuff, as you can see right here. So the first thing I built is now you can actually destroy blocks with arrows. Wherever I shoot, whichever view I'm shooting at will destroy the block. So that's pretty cool. You weren't really able to do this before because you actually couldn't tell where the arrow was. Sometimes it does not work if you're not looking exactly at the block. That's the only reason why that happens. It's still a little bit buggy. I think it might be with my clocks, but the proof of concept does work. Like you can just kind of fire straight up. It looks like two of them are active. But you get the idea. So the way that it works is it actually is using the new test for location. So if you look over here, test for RxM is equal to -90, Rx is equal to -46. This corresponds to up 46, 90. So X in is this way, looking up and down. So you can actually check for locations. So I'm going to include a map download for this so you don't have to worry about actually getting all the stuff, because I actually figured out how to test for each different direction. So straight is straight ahead. If you look down, you'll see it looks down. If I look this way, everywhere I look, it's a different block. And this is actually what tells which block to set block. So basically what happens, it searches for an arrow. Once it actually is in the ground, it'll do this. This will activate. If it's -1 is the most recent, or the most, I think it's the oldest arrow. And that's what tells which block is actually going to be set. So that's how you can tell that. Then it's going to run all these commands. Depending on which location, it'll run a set block command. Now, the new execute command. You can actually execute a command from a location or from a person. So right now I'm executing it from the nearest arrow. Then there's these three locations. So that's basically the exact location of the arrow. And then the fill command, and then it's executing this command. So it's doing fill. It's doing one block to the X, and then it's doing error, 0, and replace. So it's replacing the block with error, and then the way that I'm actually making it is it will only replace it if it's a resident block. So if you see, if I'm looking this way, if I shoot this block, it doesn't work. But if I shoot this block, then it does work. So that's just a fail-safe, so you actually can only do some specific stuff. On this version, I actually have another button that I can activate. And now if I actually shoot this block, it'll set it. So you actually can make it work for anything. But just be careful because you can destroy command blocks with it. So I have a failsafe. If you want to edit the failsafe, then you can just edit the blocks that are right. This is the always. So always is set block, location, error, then destroy. So it's kind of cool actually if you use this one because it actually does like the destroy particle effects. There we go. Sometimes you have to update your view. There it goes. I said it's still buggy. It's just a beta test. I built this just to show it off that you can actually do this. But you can't pick it up. But there you go. So yeah, it works. And I have a little reset button down here. But yeah, if you want to look at how it works, that's basically the basics. The way that I actually reset it is I have this run a command that says which location, so you can see. Like I'm looking east. If you look at the bottom, north, west, and south, up and down, separated by straight. And straight just basically updates it, so it reactivates the block. But yeah, this is basically how I figured it out. I could probably compact it, but this works. But yeah, moving on. Over here, we actually have a skeleton. That's interesting. We actually have a way to completely make explodable snowman. That's why. So I actually have a schematic for this, but this is actually makes an explodable snowman. If you want to update it, just basically break the block. If you actually re-import it into your world and you don't break it, then it won't actually work. So make sure you break that and replace it. So it'll just be air, then basically just replace the redstone block there. And then it's any old snowball. So you have a snowball, and you throw it. Basically, explodes it. You can throw one. And yeah. And the nice thing is if you do game roll, you can probably hear the creeper. If you do game roll, do no mob griefing. Right now it's set to true. If you set it to false, then you can actually disable the explosions. So it's actually completely customizable. So if you want to make sure it doesn't always work, then you can just kind of control it with that. The reason why I use a creeper is actually because you can set the explosion radius. So if I go over to the command block right here, you can see that it's named snowball explosion. So if anyone dies, then you can actually see it'll be killed by a snowball explosion. Explosion radius is right here. So if you say like 20, you go really far away, fire it, and you can see it's a lot bigger. And you destroyed and put a whole new world. Cool. But yeah, you can actually do stuff like that. So you can completely customize it. I can speak. But just be careful because it actually will work anywhere. The only thing is I actually did have a failsafe. I'm not sure if it's in this version. Yes, it is. So if I actually activate out of the redstone, it will not work. That's just the failsafe because I don't want the redstone to be destroyed. If you want to that just makes sense. So if you accidentally throw it, you can actually disable it. And to disable it, you just work on the TP command. So if you want to make sure it's only a specific location, just edit the block right here. And yeah, this uses the wither skull that a lot of things use to set the location of the snowball. But yeah, it works anywhere. Oh gosh, it didn't work. There it goes. God, that's devastating. So if you ever see a supercharged creeper, this is a little bit worse. It's so crazy. So yeah, you can actually make this is completely like basically a bomb. Just be careful where you throw it. The last thing I'm going to show you in this video is actually going to be kind of like a Tron effect. So if I activate this clock, you'll see that there's a wonderful spamming thing here. You actually cannot disable that because I'm opt in a single player world. You have to de-opt the player in order for that to not be seen. But I think if it's actually you, you will always be seeing it. You will always see it. So hopefully that's fixed. This is the execute command, but I'll show you what happens. So you can actually, wherever you run, a trail follows you. If you jump, nothing happens. It just kind of resets the block. So yeah, this is something I've actually wanted to build in Minecraft for a while, but I really couldn't do. But with the execute command, I can finally do that. And as you can see, you can only set sandstone. So yeah, the command for this, if I go over it, execute all players. So this works for all players. You can make it for a specific team if you want to do specific colors of wool. Fill 1, -1. So that basically sets the block below. Same thing here, so it's only one block below. And then wool 15, so it's basically black wool, and you're replacing sandstone. So it's a pretty self-explanatory command, but it's something that you really could not do before because you couldn't actually set commands in relative to a player. So now you can do that, and it's kind of amazing. As you can see, oops, well, I looked down. It doesn't actually replace those, so that's really nice. So you can basically make like, if you wanted to build an arena, you can actually do stuff like this. And then if you run over it, nothing happens. So you can actually make it so it only sets specific stuff. That's also really helpful for map stuff because you don't want it to always destroy stuff. So yeah, that's 2 different things. Oh yeah, there's actually one more thing I forgot. You can see my filter world. But basically, this is actually something cool. There's actually a new command in the snapshot. Make sure the clock's running. Okay, and actually, test for blocks 321. This is basically checking. This is a new command. Test for blocks basically checks for a region. So if I have a, oops, god dang it, let me go turn that off. Where is it? Right here. Okay, turn this guy off. Cool. So now if I actually don't walk it, yeah, we go. Cool. So this actually is checking for blocks in this region. So it's going to check this one and see if it's identical to this one. And the nice thing about this is if you start destroying this, you see in chat, the destination is being destroyed. And this is just basically doing a tell raw command. So you could actually do anything. So you can do color, :red, and then if I replace it and put it back, it's in red text. So now you can do a lot more. You can actually see if it's completely destroyed. So if you actually just copy this command, oops, god dang, I'm not used to that. If you control pick block, then you actually will get the command in it. So if I, this is test for blocks. If I control pick block this and place it, you actually get that command, which is nice, but all of these on the hotbar are not blank. So if I just place one, then it has a random command, and I don't forget that it has a random command, so you get to start typing, and it's kind of annoying. So that'll take some getting used to, but it's definitely nice to have it. Also, if you actually pick block one, and get it, then it has it. But if you pick block it again, regular pick block it and place it, it still has it. I'm not sure if that's a bug, but that is what I keep on doing wrong. So I'll just pick block it, place it, and start typing, and it just messes with my mind. So hopefully that's a bug. I'm gonna suggest that to them so that they fix that, because if you pick block it regularly, it should give you a blank command block. I just think that should be how it is instead of giving you a regular command block, or a command block with a command in it. So yeah, that's that. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, if I put this command in here, and then I change it so that it's actually, let's make it, this is the checking, so let's make it 65 or 60 blocks. It's basically checking a location above this. So if I actually destroy everything, actually I probably should configure the rest of it. So if I destroy it all, then it says the destination has been destroyed. So you can actually see if an entire region has been destroyed, or if it's all air, and you can actually like check for stuff. It's still, I didn't set it up correctly, but you get the idea. If you destroy it all, then you can actually check for that and see that it has been destroyed, and you can run commands if like an entire thing has been destroyed. It's like, it's been destroyed, oh my gosh. So yeah, you get the idea. It's a lot you can do with it. It's just a lot of new commands. You can also do custom scoreboards. So you can actually have scoreboards for each different team. You can also hide the names finally. Also, if you click E, if you're in survival mode, it usually shows your name, but because I'm not on a team, it doesn't. So if I say scoreboard, teams, join, what teams are there? There's none. Add, hello. Teams, join, hello. And you can see, you can actually see my name. So you can actually detect if you're on a team if you look at that. And then if you click F5, you can actually see your name if you're on a team. So you can see your color finally. So you can actually know what color team you're on, which is kind of annoying because you weren't able to do that before. You're like, what team am I on? And then you place the wrong wolf or a capture the flag game, and then it'd be bad. But you get the idea. So now you can actually do that. It's a little buggy because it's actually straight, but it's definitely nice to have that capability. And yeah, I'll put a link to the changelog, and you can download it, but it's a lot of cool stuff. I'm also going to actually update all my maps, because now you can actually put resource packs in the map download. So when they play it, it actually will just like load the resource pack automatically, which is kind of amazing. I don't think that works for multiplayer, but for multiplayer you already have the server textures option, so hopefully that's still working. But yeah, you get the idea. Just a lot of cool stuff that they're adding, and yeah, you can make Tron in Minecraft. I'm gonna try to actually build this. I'm gonna actually make it so if you cross a line, like if you're sitting on this and it's trying to place this block, but it can't because it's like, you know, this, that'll like kill you or something. I don't know. I'll figure out a way to do it. I think it'll be really cool. But you get the idea. There's a lot of cool stuff, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.